when we are talking about development, when we are talking about moving forward, you suddenly remember yesterday, the ancient.
Guys, if you are looking for the information on when the season is going to drop, you are at the right place. Kindly watch this video to the end to actually know when the season is going to drop. But before then, let's make a review. So, this young girl happens to actually be called Akudo, right? And she happens to actually have this problem because the mom actually passed on for the fact that she had you know issues, and she told her sister that faithful day that my daughter that is with you right here. Make sure she actually becomes who she wants to be in life, and she promised that yes, she's going to actually make the daughter become who she wants to be. My daughter wants to actually become a medical doctor. She told the sister about the things that she ought to know, and how to actually get money to actually keep the child going to school. Eventually, she used that money to train her own children, right? She used that money to train her own children. And her own children are actually seeing the girl as actually a competitor. And, anytime she raised the issue that she wants to go to school, like they all, agreed upon when she was younger, the woman actually says that, she doesn't have the money anymore and the money is actually gone. A couple of family members actually came in to actually intervene that you can't actually just say that the whole money that also actually paid for this girl has disappeared. But the woman told them that the money has actually disappeared. So OBIORA that happens to actually be a gentleman, the family member that actually came to actually confront this lady sister that happens to actually embezzle the money. He went on to meet OBIORA that this he has a young girl that fits you, and the young girl happens to actually be called Akudo. She's actually nice enough, and she's actually innocent and have good character, right? Along the line, the guy actually just want to actually know her in person. So he actually brought her to his he invited her to his place, and he actually runs a restaurant, right? Inviting her to his place, she actually narrated everything that actually happened to her, her upbringing and everything that seems to actually be attached to her history, and he just seemed interested in the whole things that seems to actually be of the girl, and she actually started working with him. They actually have a king, and the king happens to actually, you know, not is actually an interim king, and the current situation is that they don't want or would I say that the current king that also actually be the next person to actually be the king is not she doesn't come from the current family, and I guess the family that it ought to come from it would be Opera's family, because at the end of the day they might actually search for a male figure that could actually now represent them from the family, and it happens that it's Opera that will be the chosen one. And for the fact that he has actually picked Akodo to be his girlfriend, then the marriage is actually not going to work out, and eventually she's going to actually be the queen of the land. And the niece that she actually has, or will I say the cousins that she actually has that are not actually treating her well, will end up regretting for the fact that she's now who they don't actually expect her to be, because right, they said they thought it's actually the end for her, because they've actually deprived her from going to school, and they feel nobody's going to actually love her for being illiterate, right? But the situation of things is going to actually change for the fact that Obiora is going to actually be the king, and you know the wife to be is actually going to be Akodo. But right now, the current king is not actually accepting the fact that they need to appoint another person aside him. He's actually nominating himself to be the next uh, king. He actually told the king's men that they should actually adapt to the new system, that will certainly be that he who is influential and has money should actually be the king of the land, and not just the way tradition is. And they're actually telling him that they can't actually abandon the fact that this is the way tradition should actually go. And tradition is that it's actually on rotation. They should actually rotate it by selecting from this family, so that the next family can actually, so that it just be just one family and one family. And once it's just one family, you just get to see that the other family are just being timeline. And for things to actually be equal, that's why they actually say that everything should actually go around on rotation, so that you know everybody from that ought to be, that is entitled to actually be a king, can actually be a king. But eventually you have a choice than to actually follow the laws and tradition of the land. And you have a choice than to actually let OBIORA become the king. But rotation happens and it causes a lot of problem. And that kind of situation, the current king can actually start causing problem for OBIORA, so that it doesn't have the chance or time to actually come and become the king anymore. And that situation actually happened where they ought to be king, and not just became king after several years. And this happens to actually be a case of him saying, he came to actually confront the king that it's time for you to actually leave this thing for our own family. And he felt that it's actually the problem that they could actually face the king. And the king actually decided to actually deal with him badly. And with that, he actually left the palace with a bad state. And they went through a lot of process to actually make sure he's actually fine. And when he actually became fine, everything actually became a problem for the king. So that might actually be the case. And let's see how it goes. And and I just want to see if OBIORA is going to actually, or if Akudo is actually going to decide to actually forgive those ladies, because the way. So I hope she actually forgives cousins that happens to actually are looking that actually want bad things for her and all that, because they just want her to actually keep begging from her for the things that she actually needs. But at the end of the day, things are actually working out for the girl. So let's see how it goes though. And our life just tends to actually change gradually. And when the kings actually got to decide to leave the throne, because power is so sweet that people don't want to leave. Even in the current government that we have, we have people that they just want to actually rule and rule and rule, and it becomes hard for them to actually relinquish power to who want to actually be on throne, and who want to be the next person to rule.
This movie, we're expecting to be getting it in 3 days time, so please don't miss out on it.